What's up guys, Boss here, and in today's video we're going to be playing some ladder Path of Legends using the best bridge spam deck in the game. So I haven't made a bridge spam video in a while, and it certainly feels like it is back in the meta. The Ramrider as a win condition is pretty strong. It pairs really well with the Monk and the Phoenix, and then the Lumberjack kind of helps rage everything up, making it more difficult for your opponent to defend. You got the Goblins, which are very valuable now that there's 4 of them. They've replaced Skeletons in a lot of decks, which is pretty cool. And of course you got Fireball and the Barbarrel as the spells, which you would typically expect in a bridge spam deck like this. So if you guys are curious where I finished last season, I finished 29th in the world, so a pretty good finish. I'm happy with it, pretty happy with how I played. I was trying to go for the best finish I possibly could. I think if I stayed at my season highest, I would have been top 15 or 16, something like that, but I already have a couple finishes in the top 10, so I, was trying to go for the best finish possible. 5th is my best, so I was trying to break that, so I have no regrets playing. And yeah, we already climbed up into Challenger 3. If you guys want to support me, use my creator code BOSS in any Supercell game. But yeah, that being said, let's get into the first match here and keep climbing on Path of Legends. And yeah, what was I going to say? I was going to say something like, oh yeah, even if you guys don't have the Monk or the Phoenix maxed, you probably can still play it, at least for the first few stages of this, because as you can see, all the cards are level 11, so that's pretty nice. So this guy's gonna go Elixir Golem. He basically plays it first play of the game. That is, pretty interesting. I can't say I, agree with that play. So Barbarrel's gonna take out the Wizard, and we pretty much already won the game, because now... Wait, let's actually activate the Monk ability to... I was trying to propel the Firecracker projectile back, but unfortunately that didn't work out. Really good Lumberjack. It's going to tank for the Magic Archer. I thought that Cannon Cart was going to lock on, but somehow it didn't. Lumberjack tanked, and yep, that's pretty much going to be GG, as I expected, because that Elixir Golem Valk was so aggressive, and he just has no elixir to defend. Valk came down, pretty much did nothing because he already lost his tower. Yeah, there's a lot of really strange decks, I would say, until you get to League. Well, I think at this point, because the season just started, you might face some meta decks even early on, but I think when you get to the, couple weeks into the season, it, you'll start to face off-meta decks even when you're, like, halfway through the leagues. So, like, stuff similar to this. By the way, sorry if I'm not commentating too well this video. I'm pretty tired. I, recorded this later than I typically do because I was playing so much yesterday for last day of the season. So I wanted to, take a little bit of a break today. So I, recorded later, and a little tired, but my gameplay won't be affected. It's just slightly harder to talk and play at the same time, if that makes sense. But yeah, we're gonna get through easy 3 crown, regardless. Let me actually just go ahead and Monk in the pocket, because, of course, if the King Tower is targeting it, it will... Oh. I mean, there's no way I'm gonna choke this. It's just, we lost our tower. Ramrider will connect. There we go. Yeah, I knew there was no way I was gonna choke that. But I was starting to get a little nervous. If that Ramrider didn't 3-crown him, I would have been a little worried at that point. But we had it under control. We had it under control. No need to worry. Alright, so we're against Dave here. Let's try to go undefeated this video. That'll be our goal, right? Because... season just started. We're only in League 3. I think that's pretty reasonable, if you ask me. So we're just going to go Monk to defend the Expo. The Expo doesn't get fully countered by the Monk, but I would still say the Monk is an incredible counter to it, because for only... well, I guess 5 Elixir, because the Monk is 4 and the ability is 5. You deal with so much of the Expo. It, deals more than... like... oh, wow, that's going to activate the King Tower. Yeah, and the Monk, he activated the ability. That's not going to do too much for him. I mean, it got him a little bit of damage, but nothing too... What is happening right now? Bro, what? Oh my god. I think he meant to play a Tesla. I don't even know what he meant to play. Like, does he even have a Tesla? Because he's already got an Expo and a Collector. So if he has a Tesla too, he's got 3 buildings in the same deck. That would be interesting to say the least. But wow, what a match. What in the world? Okay. Let me check. I have to see. I'm really curious if this guy had a Tesla or not. No, he didn't. That's what I thought, but I wonder what he meant to play then. Maybe maybe he meant to go in for like a monk or something. That's my guess. But anyway, we're against Tom Riddle here. I guess we'll. Okay, so he's gonna go Golem in the back first play. It's kind of unfortunate because I don't know. I feel like not having. I don't have a monk in cycle, and I feel like besides the monk, I don't actually have a whole lot of reliable answers to this Golem. But we'll see what we can do here. Guess we go for a Lumberjack. We'll go for a Monk. Wait, if we could actually protect this Magic Archer, that's unfortunate. If I played it, like, you know, half a second earlier, we could have protected the Magic Archer. And I don't want to say for sure that would have been GG, but that counter push would have been so much better than if it was just... unfortunately, the other Archer's going to help out, so that egg is not going to hatch, sadly. At least I don't think it will. Yeah, it barely doesn't. Alright, so luckily his first Golem didn't do too much damage. We can definitely win this one, despite us not having the best starting hands. Just go for Magic Archer here. He might go for a Golem in the front. If he does, though, then I guess we probably should be able to defend without too much trouble. That's what I'm hoping anyway. He just arrowed that. I don't really think that did too much for him, though. And also, this counter push is kind of going to be a little scary for him to defend. I think I'm definitely going to go for a Ram Rider with this counter push. I don't know if he's going to Lightning. Maybe he will. Yeah, he probably will go for a Lightning, but it's not going to be enough. Yeah, look at that. The Monk is tanking so much for that Ram Rider. It has so much health. He's not happy at all with what just happened. We're up Elixir, so I'm just going to pressure him a little bit just to essentially force Elixir out of him. Just because, like I said, he spent so much. And, yeah, look at that Night Witch. Pretty bad Night Witch. I don't even think he... Yeah, he definitely didn't have to do that. He could have played the Night Witch further back, but... He kind of did that out of desperation. So we're going to pressure here into the Golem. We'll take his tower. There's no chance he can defend this. So if he tries to, it would certainly be a mistake. So he's going to go for a mini Pekka. We'll just take a Lumberjack. Really bad Mega Minion. He was trying to kill the Phoenix, but obviously that didn't work out for him. That egg will hatch if he doesn't do anything. Okay, unfortunately he did go for the Night Witch. We'll just go Ram Rider in the back. It's a pretty good defensive card against win conditions, especially things like Balloon and... Hog Rider, but even against Golem, pretty solid. He's got a Mega Knight. That's going to be a Hog thinking emote. Golem and Mega Knight in the same deck. It's, like, really trash. Like, these are the type of decks, like, you don't want to run. Like, if you start to level up more cards, don't run trash like this. Like, this is horrible. So I guess this goes out to, like, all you mid-ladder players watching. Like, don't run weird combinations. It makes literally no sense. Golem and Mega Knight in the same deck. Like, what in the world? Like, do not do that. So go ahead and, claim this tier here real quick. I don't even know if this is worth like opening in videos. I guess there's some people who like seeing it and some who don't. I know when I don't open chests or if I don't claim the rewards, there's always people in the comments like, oh, could you know, claim them and stuff, but then I feel like there's also some people who probably think it's a waste of time. So I guess let me know in the comments what you think about that. Kind of like a very small thing, but you know. Oh wow, this guy's doing the serial number 1 emote. I guess I'll do it as well. Why not? Nice, let's go. I wonder if this guy... I don't know, like... It's kind of funny. Okay, let's cycle a Monk. He's gonna go for a Ghost, and he has a Zap, so maybe he's using Pekka or something, because Zap and Ghost in the same deck. Yeah, so it probably is gonna be Pekka, as I expected, because those are the only two... That's pretty much the only deck that has Zap and Ghost in it, so that makes sense, obviously. Really interesting Pekka by him. I don't know why he was that aggressive. I can't really say I at all agree with that play. because, well, it was just super aggressive, and I don't really know why he did that. It looks like he will be able to defend quite easily, though, but the good thing is because his Ewiz is out of cycle right now, it probably is a pretty good time to just go in for a Ramrider, which I'm gonna do. He also, his Pekka was out of hand, so that's why it was a pretty good play. Ewiz and Pekka out of cycle, which are pretty much his only two counters to the Ramrider. Otherwise, he has to overcommit, which he just did. He had to go for a Fireball, and we still ended up getting a massive connection. So we'll just go Goblins here to surround the Ghost. So easy to do now that there's 4 of them. It's pretty much impossible to mess up the surround unless you really, really screwed up. So I'm just going to leak a little bit of Elixir. Okay, we're going to go Phoenix here. We're going to go for... Okay, I thought he was going to go Pekka in front. He didn't. Alright, really bad Magic Archer. Even though it lined up, it was still, I think, a pretty bad play. Like, even though it ended up getting a couple shots. Just going to go ahead and pop the Monk ability here. We'll just tank for the Pekka. We might be able to get the Ache to hatch. Yeah, we do. Even though he zapped it, that's actually crazy. There comes out the Goblin laugh. Yeah. He was crying, but now he's laughing. Oh, how the tables have turned. So yeah, I think we go in here. There's pretty much... I don't know. There's not a whole lot he can do. Monk and Phoenix are so broken that if the other person doesn't have Monk or Phoenix, you pretty much like automatically have a good matchup. That's like how good they are. It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, it's going to be GG. The Goblins so much value as well in that match, just because they can't be zapped away, whereas the Skeletons could be. There it is again. I'm going to do it as well. Wait, I'm going to flex on him with this emote. I don't know if he knows what that is or not. Anyway, I guess we'll play probably 1 or 2 more games. I don't know how many games we played so far. I feel like it was 4 maybe. The games went by pretty quickly. We haven't really had like a close game yet. So he's going to go for a Ghost first play. Maybe it's Pekka again, but it could also be a whole lot of other things. I guess we don't really know until he plays some more cards. So he's going to go for a Giant Skeleton. I guess we'll just go Phoenix and see what he wants to do. Maybe a Bard Barrel's enough to defend, or we could go for a Monk. Probably Monk is better because it'll give us counter push. Oh, that was a... Nice. That's gonna die. The Monk is so good against Mother Witch. Like, any kind of ranged unit. Instead of fireballing, I think... Maybe I should have fireballed. I don't know why I didn't. Actually, does a underleveled... Or not an underleveled fireball, but rather a fireball that's 1 level less than the... Mirrored Mother Witch, does it kill it? I actually don't know. Wait, I'm gonna... Oh, wait, did I get it in front? Nice, nice, I did. That's what I was hoping. So he didn't end up activating the King Tower. Ooh, really bad Mother Witch. That should be GG. Yeah, that's GG. He's so low on Elixir, and look at all this down. Yep, we're winning these. This is actually, like, crazy how easy these games are in the lower leagues. This is why I was saying I truly think almost anyone this season can get Ultimate Champion unless they change the format, because there's so much time now. There's like a whole month, and so many people already got it when there was just 2 weeks, so that should really give people a lot of confidence to get it when you have like a whole 28 days. And like I said before in another video, you don't even need a high win rate to get it. There's so many people who got it with like a 30% win rate. In fact, I think I saw someone with a win rate as low as like 7%, and I'm not even joking. Obviously, that might have been staged. What I mean by staged is it might have just been a good player who purposely lost like 100 times, and then just after that, like, tried just to get a low win rate, just to kind of have like a funny post. So that's, of course, a possibility, but either way, like, I mean, that kind of shows you if you play enough, you're very likely to get it. Unless you're, like, very, very bad. But, and I'm not calling anyone bad, but I'm just saying if there's 28 days to get Ultimate Champion, unless they change the format, you, like, pretty much all of you guys watching should be able to get Ultimate Champion. Realistically, like, if you care, you play enough, should be able to. Obviously, if you don't have Monk or Phoenix level up, it's going to be harder, but Phoenix at this point in time is so broken, as well as the Monk, that even if it's one level lower, you can still use it, and it's still so strong. So, yeah, I just wanted to say that. Oh, nice. This is, okay, yeah. I think this is already GG. I could be wrong. Well, let's see what happens. I'm gonna Fireball just to kill the egg. I don't know if that's really worth it. By the way, I notice, well, how I pronounce egg. Some people were saying in the comments, like, it's kind of a strange way to pronounce it. I'm just curious, how do you guys pronounce egg? Because I thought, what even is the other way to pronounce it? I thought egg is, like, literally the only thing you could say, unless I'm missing something. I don't know. I also do see some people say, like, I pronounce things, like, British, kind of. I do agree with that. I occasionally do. I don't even know why. It's just, I don't know. Anyway, go Goblins here. So, oh, by the way, this might seem like a weird play, but this is a tip. You can go for your Monk, like, ability when it's on your side of the map, even if it's doing nothing. It's a good play if someone cycles something and then it moves up on your side of the map and then the Monk ends up tanking for it. Whereas sometimes if they cycle Phoenix in the back and you play Monk, if you don't play that ability, the Phoenix they played isn't going to cross over the bridge, if what I'm saying makes sense. So basically, by doing that, you kind of, you're, like, allowing you to defend it a lot easier, if that makes sense. Hopefully I'm explaining it well, because, like I said, I'm kind of tired. But yeah, luckily the gameplay has been kind of like normal, so gameplay hasn't been affected, just probably not the best explanations as normal, potentially. So, I guess I'll just cycle a couple fireballs. There's really no need to play it safe at this point, because he's hardly dealt any damage to our towers, so spell cycling seems to be a pretty safe play. And yeah, we're already back to fireball, so that's going to be GG. Very strange deck on his end. Even though he had the Phoenix, that's a horrible deck, in my opinion. I would not recommend using something like that. It just feels like he plopped the drill in, but that kind of deck, like, literally, I could see, like, a couple different win conditions working. You know, like, Hog, or I don't know. That's just a weird deck. Knight and Mini Pekka both kind of serve a similar purpose, so a little weird, but anyway, that's going to be it for the video. We won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. When did I start? I forgot what game it was I was recording. Was it this one? If it was, then... Oh, no, it was this one, 14 minutes ago. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 games, and I believe we're undefeated so far this season. Yeah, we actually are, because that was last season. By the way, that game didn't even count, because it ended up ending after 4 a.m. when the season ended for me. But, yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to like it if you did enjoy the video. Really solid bridge spam deck. Make sure to give it a try. And even if you don't have the Monk or the Phoenix, I guess, leveled up, really you just need to have them unlocked at the first few leagues. And then level 12 should be pretty easy for people to get it to as well, because you just need to save a book of books and some, you know, tokens. But, yeah, I was going to say, either way, like, you can still obviously play it in, you know, grand challenges, royal tournaments, so it's still a good deck to learn how to play. And same with the new cards in general. It's good to learn the new interactions, even if you cannot play them on ladder. But, yeah, thanks again. Until next time, guys.